Hey y'all, it's gonna be a what's sold video and it starts right now. Alright guys, if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Julian, also known as a beard thrift machine here on YouTube, and I buy stuff and flip it online and make YouTube videos about it. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I also do like haul videos, the day in the life of a full-time eBay reseller, thrift with me videos. So if you want to, go back, watch some of my other content. If you do like it, always remember to subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and give me a little comment on it because it does help the channel out and I much appreciate it. So today is gonna be 20 what sold for me in the last couple of days on eBay. I'll try to tell you exactly how much I paid for the item and roughly how long it took to sell. So let's go ahead and get started with the first one. This isn't going to be all golf clubs and fishing stuff. There is some fishing stuff in here, but some of it's going to be clothing. So definitely a variety of sales. So let's go ahead and go with it. The first one here is going to be some Merrell shoes. Merrell is a really good brand to look out for if you don't know. But these were some women's shoes, size 11. They were like hiking shoes in really good condition. I picked them up for $6 at a Goodwill, and they did go for $25. And the buyer paid shipping on this, and it only took about a couple weeks to sell. This one is a new Northwest Territory. I don't know that brand. I got this in a big bulk buy on high bid. I bought a closet. This one was a good size. If you didn't know, bigger sizes sell fairly quickly and for a little bit more money on eBay, even if they're not like a super high-end brand. And this was a big and tall 3XL short sleeve button-up shirt. Did go for $25.99 with the buyer paying shipping. Again, I only have cents into that from the big bulk buy on high bid. This is some premium monofilament line 60-pound test. This was a brand new spool of it for only 40 bucks, and the buyer did pay shipping on this. If you watched my other wood solds, I did sell some other fishing line called Braid. The Braid went for over $300, and the monofilament only goes for about $40 to $50. You can buy that one new probably for about $60 online or $50 online. So there's a big difference in that. I always talk about fishing gear, but if you want to, go back, watch some of my other videos about my fishing hauls, and you will see the difference that I tell you in Braid and monofilament, because the price difference is astronomical. So if you see that at like a yard sale with monofilament, they're asking $100, definitely probably not a good deal. But they're asking like 50 to 75 on a new spool of Braid, depending on what it is, probably a super good deal, and you could double to triple your money pretty fast on that. So these right here, I've had a ton of watchers on. It just took a really long time to sell, probably 6 months. And these are some Skechers Relax Step Casual shoes. They were leather, really good condition. They go for $19, and the buyer did pay shipping. $6 at a Goodwill I picked them up for, but again, wild to sell. These are some Bonnie tools. I'm not 100% sure Bonnie is still in production or anything, because I only find ones that are older. And these are called flare nut crow's foot sockets. They were 3/8, so these things were tiny. They were like that big. And 3 of them went for $25, and the buyer did pay shipping. I picked these up at a yard sale, but I probably only have like 50 cents to $1 into those 3. So definitely a good sale there, because they're easy to list, easy to ship, easy to store. Love selling little sockets and tools like that. This one right here is going to be a vintage Houston Foods I Love You 1993 mug. Did go for $8, and the buyer did pay shipping on this. The front of it says, with all your imperfections. So I love you with all your imperfections. And the mug was like sideways and all messed up. Really cool mug. Bought it when I was doing like the mug life thing back in the day. I bought a whole bunch of mugs for 50 cents, and I was like, man, they were going to sell for $20. Well, if you buy the right mugs, they do. If you buy just like generic mugs for 50 cents, they really don't sell that well. So I don't really pick mugs up anymore unless they're like super special or rare or something, or I comp them out beforehand. So this one took a super long time to sell, but I did make like $5 on it. This one right here is going to be a Ping Eye 2 green dot 1 iron. Now, if you see a 1 on a club, like an iron, always make sure you comp that out or just pick it up, because if it's the right price, these things go for a lot of money, especially if they're Ping, Callaway, Cleveland, anything that has a 1 on it, they usually sell pretty fast. This one sold within a couple of weeks. I'm already in the good on, but I probably had $3 in the club when I bought this. Did go for $35, and the buyer did pay shipping on that. Again, 1 iron clubs definitely sell very fast on eBay. Talking about Ping, this is a vintage extra large Ping straw hat. It was made in the United States. I posted this either right before or right after Masters. I knew that everybody was watching golf and everything. That's a really cool hat, and it actually is very sought after. So if you see that, definitely pick these up. I picked this up for $2. Only sold within a week for full asking price of 41 bucks plus shipping. This one is going to be a Robins with eggs in nest. And it's a little figurine. Bought this in a big bulk buy on high bid. This is not what I was actually targeting, but it was in the lot, so I definitely will list it. Went for $8. The buyer did pay shipping. I have nothing into that, but it did take a while to sell. Nike clubs, I always pick them up. I very rarely even comp them out, to be honest with you. This was going to be at a yard sale about a week ago as a sand wedge. It had some wear on the shaft, on the head of the club. The thing was kind of beat up a little bit, but somebody bought it within a week for $29, and they did pay shipping on that. I picked it up for only a couple bucks. These General Electric little lamps, I picked these up a while ago with the projectors on a auction, and they did go for $20 plus shipping. I'm already on the good one. I haven't actually sold the projectors themselves, and the accessories that came with it, I've actually sold all of the lamps and some other stuff with it, but I picked all that up for only $5, so I made like 10 times my money so far on that auction, so pretty good there. These right here are some Wilson Staff Fluid Field 2 through 9 plus pitching wedge. It's a whole set of clubs. I usually pay about $3 a club there. So, you know, a little bit into this one, but they did go for $89 and the buyer did pay shipping on this. And if you watch how to ship clubs, people always ask how I ship irons and stuff like that and iron sets. I will link it in the description how you do that. There's a certain way that I stack my clubs that you can fit a whole iron set into one of those triangle boxes with no problem whatsoever. So I will link that down below if you want to watch it. But these did take a while to sell. I actually have like, I think 6 more sets of these or something like the Wilson Staff Fluid Fields. They take a while to sell, but it always seems like they do sell for about 75 to 80 bucks on eBay. This one right here is the little vintage owl napkin letter holder, orange, yellow, retro shell art. I think that was the name of it, made in the United States. To go for $14 and the buyer did pay shipping. I picked this up for 99 cents. Actually, Kayla picked this up. She showed it to me and I was like, that's pretty cool. It had a lot of love on Macari. I'm really surprised it didn't sell on there that fast, but it finally sold on eBay for 14 bucks. So I made like 10 bucks, so not too bad there. These Penn spin fishers, they would have went for a little bit more if they were in better condition. They were kind of beat up, but they did work, which was the main thing. These are actually older reels made in the United States. They were a bigger size. A 650 SS is a bigger reel. It's probably about that big. And I was on a live last night talking about the ones that are gold. If you see pens that have gold on them, make sure you comp it out because that's a little higher end brand. And these went for $100 plus shipping. I have nothing into them at the time, but when I bought them, I think I had about 20 bucks into them. So definitely made some money on that one. These are here going to be some Danskos. If you don't know that name brand, that's a solid name brand to pick up. I will tell you this, about 6 months to 8 months ago, Danskos were super hot for me, but I think the thrift stores and everybody else started to realize how expensive they were, and they've raised their price at the thrift stores on Danskos, so I don't really find them anymore. These aren't the regular clogs that I usually find, like nursing shoes. These are actually like a regular shoe. Picked them up for $6 at a Goodwill, and they did go for $19, and the buyer did pay shipping on that, so not too bad there. Yarn, this is out of that yarn lot. I'm actually in the profit on the yarn. People like selling it. I'm not. It is easy to sell, easy to list, easy to store and all that stuff. But I just really probably won't buy a whole bunch because I don't know a lot about it. If I was more educated, I probably would pick it up. But this sold for $15. The buyer did pay shipping on that, and that's enough about yarn. These handheld massagers I always pick up, and they always are priced from $6 to $8, and they always sell for about $25 to $35 depending on the model. This model was a PA1H. The H stands for heat, so that one goes for a little bit more money usually, and this did go for, again, $25.60, and the buyer did pay shipping. I had $8 in it at a Goodwill, and only about a month ago because they sell fairly quickly. This one right here is going to be a Sony PlayStation 2. Bought this at a yard sale a while back. It got it home. Does not work. I think it wouldn't read the disc or something like that, but I bought it for super cheap, and it did go for $20 for parts plus shipping, so not a bad sale there. Everything, as it says, parts and repair, and the condition is for parts not working, so make sure you put that. Don't put like pre-owned or something like that in your description. Always put, if it doesn't work, I always put for parts and repair, so they know. I put it in the title, I put it in the condition and the item details, and then I also will specify that in the description exactly what's going on with it. This is another pen. This was a newer reel. This was a 6,000, so that's again a bigger reel. I have nothing into this. This one's gonna be pure profit on that big fishing haul that I got. And this did go for $75, and the buyer did pay shipping on this. Good sale there. That was a really nice reel. I was on the fence about actually keeping that one for myself because it wasn't like a super high-end pen, but it would have been a nice reel to be on the beach fishing this summer with, but I sold it instead. This is another good reel. This is a pen 440. This is a small reel. It's tiny. And see how it has the gold on it? That means it's a spin fisher. And that one went for $62.75, and the buyer did pay shipping. This one, again, is a small reel and almost went just as much as that gigantic reel that I just showed for 75 bucks. I picked this one up for only $10 at a yard sale. I find these a lot in yard sales. Some people know exactly what they are and price them for $50, and some people just want to get rid of them because they need to be cleaned up or something, for 5 to 10. So if you see them for 5 to 10 bucks, pick them up. Even if they don't work, a lot of those pieces on there, if they're in decent condition, say if it's just seized, but the drag knob still works at the top, or the spool still looks good, or the handle's in good condition, a lot of that stuff goes for about 10 to 20 bucks online. So don't be scared to pick up good quality reels that don't work. Just make sure they're good quality reels though. If you pick up a reel that doesn't work, that isn't good quality, you'll never sell it and you're wasting your money. But some of the good quality ones, you can definitely sell for parts because they're in high demand. So right there, that's 20 wood sold for me in the last couple of days on eBay. I do these videos so you can go there, find some of these items, pick them up for yourself, and make that money. I do appreciate everybody that watches, and you know I will always catch you on the next one.